And welcome, ladies and gentlemen, here to Eller Media Stadium, start of a three-game series between UNLV and New Mexico. Hello, everyone. I'm Wyatt Tomchek on the call. Thank you for joining us here on your Thursday late afternoon, wherever you are watching. UNLV 33-14, 11-9 on the year, while the Lobos just 12-38, 3-18 in conference play this year. UNLV looking for the sweep as its senior weekend. Last three games of the years for the Rebels. And they'll be celebrating three seniors this weekend. Abby Howard, Kylie Harrison, and Miranda Bueno. Get the starting lineup for UNLV defensively. Miranda Bueno, she'll be out in left field. Tixon is in center. Reina Bondi in right. Lauren Barker over at third. Samantha Diaz is at short. Justine Federi is at second. Mia Trejo is at first. And Julia Vollmer is behind the plate today. And the starting pitcher today for UNLV is the freshman ace, Jenny Bressler, a freshman with a 2.21 ERA. 21-5 is her record. This is the 28th game that she has started on the year. 170 and two-thirds innings pitched. She's given up 166 hits, 61 runs, 54 of them have been earned, 55 walks to 137 strikeouts. Opponents are hitting .254 against the true freshmen, as Aaliyah Wilbon will be up to bat. The senior left fielder, .323 average, 21 hits and 65 plate appearances with 3 RBIs, is in the box, and we are underway here in Las Vegas, Nevada, as the first pitch is going to be taken for a strike, 0-1. Bressler, who leads the Mountain West in wins with 21, her 2.21 ERA, that is fifth best in the conferences. That is a swing and a miss. This is a New Mexico team that leads the Mountain West in strikeouts at the plate. So Bressler, who leads the Mountain West in strikeouts this year with 137, has a good opportunity here to really ramp it up. Quickly, the count is 0-2, and the pitch is taken high, trying to get Wilbon to chase, but unable to. 1-2. UNLV 33-14, 11-9. They've matched their win total from last year. The Rebels were 33-20, 13-11 overall in conference play. They finished fourth. Rebels have a chance to get into third. They're just half a game behind Boise State. The Broncos are 12-9 coming into this weekend, as the last pitch was fouled back. 1-2 is the count. UNLV does have the tiebreaker over Boise State, as the Rebels took 2 out of 3 against the Broncos. That one's going to be sent to short. Nice play, Samantha Diaz. The throw to first, not in time. You had the speed of the leadoff hitter for New Mexico, Aaliyah Wilbon, streaking down, and she's able to leg out an infield hit. Great effort by Diaz over at short, but unable to get the play, and that is a leadoff single. Yeah, Sydney Towns will be up to bat. The senior just batting 186 on the year, 8 hits and 43 plate appearances. 1 extra base hit. That is a double. She'll lace a bunt, and it will roll back foul. Towns is a 133 hitter with runners on. Opponents against Bressler hitting just 229. Jenny picked up the win against UNR that gave UNLV its first series win since San Diego State. As that one's popped up in the air, Mia Trejo comes down with it as Towns. 2 bad bunts there. She popped the first one up back into foul territory, and this one popped it straight up, and that's 1 out here in the top of the first. We'll bring up the junior Cameron O'Grady. O'Grady, .353 average. She has started now 51 games on the year, 47 hits and 133 plate appearances, 6 home runs and 26 RBIs. She has the power. Those 6 home runs lead this New Mexico lineup today, as the first pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1. O'Grady with runners on, .338, right around her .353 average. Aaliyah Wilbon over on first. Pitch is on the outside corner, just missing, 1-1. UNLV able to take 2 out of 3 against the Wolfpack, the in-state rivals, and that helped clinch the Silver State Series. 6th time out of the 7 tries, UNLV has taken it from their in-state rivals as the 1-1 pitch. That one is going to be taken on the inside, 2-1. Kind of back-to-back years, softball has helped clinch the win. Remember last year, Janine Petmecki with a big 2-run home run. UNLV was able to eke out the Silver State Series. There's a swing and a miss, 2-2 is the count. And this year, much more comfortable lead for the Rebels, as A runner on first, one out here at Eller Media Stadium. It's a gloomy day. We've had some raindrops falling down early on. Bressler set the 2-2. Trying to get O'Grady to chase. Unable to. And the count runs full 3-2. Kind of a tale of two games for Bressler last weekend against UNR. In her first game, she got hit hard for 8 hits, gave up 7 runs. All of them were earned and tied a season high with 4 walks. And then on Sunday, she was much better, as that one is fouled back. Count remains full 3-2. She went 7 innings, gave up 6 hits and 2 earned while striking out 6. Wolfpack were really getting the long ball going over the weekend. Bressler gave up 4 of her 10 home runs in that series. As the payoff pitch, yet again, is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Jenny Bressler adds to her Mountain West leading strikeout total. That's 138 on the year and first of the ball game. That is the 28th time O'Grady has struck out this year, as Bailey Klitsky will be up to bat. The junior batting .315 on the year, 35 hits and 111 plate appearances, 2 home runs and 26 RBIs to go along with 6 doubles and 3 triples. So after the leadoff infield single by the Lobos, Bressler is able to get a pop-up on a bunt attempt and then a strikeout. There's a swing and a miss there. Bressler is really throwing it by hard here right now. 1-1 is the count, 2 outs. Klitsky on the year with runners on, .373 average, and with 2 outs, .349. Both of those are above her .315 overall average. And she'll take the next pitch high. 2-1 is the count. DeFlora on deck for the Lobos. UNLV, they'll have Tixon, Bondi, and Federi due up. 1, 2, and 3 hitters. As the 2-1 from Bressler is on the inside, and it's going to be taken for a strike. 2-2. Max Stamper, the home plate umpire, over at first, Bill Planty. And over in the second, the umpire standing back there at second is Christina Drum, as there's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Jenny Bressler gets 2 strikeouts in the top of the first as the Lobos strand 1 runner on. We go to the bottom of the first. First chance for UNLV here at Eller Media Stadium. 0-0 is the score. Back here live at Eller Media Stadium here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Cool May late afternoon. Thursday night action as games bumped up. Last series of the year for UNLV in their 2019 season, and Lauren Tixon will lead it off for the Rebels. And Tixon has been fantastic this year, batting .399, 63 hits and 158 plate appearances, 5 doubles, 4 triples, and 21 RBIs. As she'll be going up against Kiana Spencer. Tixon, the speedster, the first pitch is on the outside for a ball, 1-0. Spencer, the junior, 6.87 ERA, has struggled this year, 6-16. This is the 22nd game she has started on the year. 9 complete games. She's pitched 110 innings, 157 hits given up, 124 runs, 108 of them have been earned as she sends the next one in there for a strike, 1-1. She's walked 73 while only striking out 63, and opponents are hitting .330 against the junior. Count is 1-1 to Tixon, and the pitch is way high, 2-1. Tixon with 22 multi-hit games on the year. Still for her last 5. Before that, she was on a tear. She had 6 straight multi-hit games. Her average at 399, third best in the Mountain West, and her 63 hits are third best in as well. And if you get on the base pass, she is dangerous, as there's a swing and a miss. Count goes to 2-2. UNLV has been overall a really good offensive team. Their 315 batting average, third best in the Mountain West. 407 hits is third best. Getting some pop in the bats. They hit a lot of home runs last weekend as well, as that's going to be sent to third. It's going to be a tough play. Long throw to first is in time. And Tixon is retired for out number 1. And I'll bring up Raina Bondi. Bondi, the juniors, had the average right now at 306, 49 hits and 160 plate appearances, 2 home runs and 23 RBIs on the year, 6 doubles and 3 triples. Bondi has seen that average dip in Mountain West play, but has produced some good games. So she's going to send the first pitch to short, throw to first, and it gets away. It goes into the dugout. Bondi, I believe she missed the bag because she had to scamper back. And that's going to be an error on the shortstop. First error of the ball game goes to the Lobos. O'Grady over there at short just rushed it. I believe if she was just calm, cool, and collective, she would have got Bondi out, but just Raina Bondi has that speed, and I'll bring up Justine Federi, who's been the hot hitter in Mountain West play for UNLV. Federi with a 377 average overall, 58 hits and 154 plate appearances, as she takes the first pitch for a strike, 0-1. Some of the numbers for Federi: 13 doubles, 1 triple, 6 home runs, and 36 RBIs. Federi was 5 for 10 in the series against UNR with 3 doubles, as pitches outside, 1-1. She's had 3 hit games in 2 of her last 4. Is greatly improved at the plate this year. 377 average at 6th best in the Mountain West. As that pitch is on the outside, 1-2. 36 RBIs overall for Federi, as Raina Bondi over there at first is 18 out of 19 on stolen base opportunities, a 94% success rate. UNLV, they are 55 out of 61, as Federi swings and misses at that one. For the strikeout, Spencer picks up strikeout number 64 on the year, first of the ball game, and the 11th time Justine Federi has gone down on strikes. And with 2 outs, that will bring up Denise Armendariz. Armendariz, who's been getting a lot of playing time as of lately. She's been hitting the ball well. The freshman's got her average up to 321. Bondi going. The throw to second is a good one in time. Broderick is able to throw out. Bondi was just thrown out for the 2nd time this year out of 20 stolen base opportunities, and that will end the inning, as both teams in the first inning have left a runner on. To the top of the second we go. 0-0 is the score here at LA Media Stadium. Top of the second here at Eller Media Stadium here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Wyatt Tomczyk on the call. Thank you for joining us wherever you were watching. Jenny Bressler back out for another inning of work. Bressler was able to get 2 strikeouts in the top of the first after giving up the leadoff single, as Deandra DeFlora will be up to bat. The first pitch by Bressler here in the second inning is going to be knuckled foul down the third baseline. So 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for the Lobos. The senior center fielder, batting .236 on the year, 33 hits and 140 plate appearances, 3 home runs and 15 RBIs, as she'll take the next pitch on the outside for a ball 1-0. Well, this is a New Mexico team that has lost 9 in a row and has struggled offensively. Overall, their batting average is at .236 compared to opponents' .327 against them. 1-1. That one is going to be taken high for a ball 2-1. In fact, the last win for the Lobos was against Boise State on April 18th. That was a 7-4 victory. Then they lost a 17-5 setback, then a 22-10. They've been swept by Fresno State and San Jose State. As that one's popped up, could it stay in play? It will, right in front of the gate, as Barker is able to clamp it down for out number 1, and the leadoff batter for New Mexico is set down. 1 out here in the top of the second.
The third baseman, Monica Solis.
And that will bring up the third baseman, Monica Solis. First pitch by Bressler. Off speed, hits the strike zone. 0-1 is the count. Bressler trying to end the year on a high note regular season-wise. She's been fantastic. Has to be. Freshman of the year in the Mountain West. Could be pitcher of the year as well, as the 0-1 is... I don't know if Salas made contact. Nonetheless, he'll be 0-2. Might have just got off the glove of Vollmer behind the plate. Salas, the senior, .235 average, 28 hits and 119 plate appearances, 5 home runs and 18 RBIs. So when she does make contact, it's been big. That one on the inside, a little bit too far in. 1-2 is the count. UNLV, they'll have the 4, 5, and 6 hitters do up. Armendariz, Trejo, and Diaz. Solid Armendariz, but up to bat in the bottom of the first, but Reina Bondi throwing out a good play. Check swing. Did she go around? No, she did not. 2-2. Broderick is on deck for the Lobos, who threw out Reina Bondi on that stolen base opportunity. Just the second time Bondi has been thrown out. 18 out of 20 now. UNLV 55 out of 62 on the year. That one hits the inside corner for strike 3. The ball was dropped. Throw over to first, but it won't matter. And Jenny Bressler, 3 quick strikeouts here in the top of the second inning. 2 outs as Bressler looking for a 1-2-3 inning.
Now batting, the catcher, Sydney Broderick.
Sydney Broderick will be up to bat now. The sophomore just batting 107 on the year, 6 hits and 56 plate appearances, 1 home run and 3 RBIs, as this is a Lobo team that has used 35 different lineups coming into this series, as pitch was taken for a strike. 0-1. Bressler set, deals, and that one is going to be taken low for a ball 1-1. For the Lobos, their lone wins in conference play. They took one game against San Diego State. They took a game against Utah State and taking the game against Boise State. It's been a rough year for New Mexico, trying to end on a high note, as the count is 2-1. UNLV trying to end on a high note and probably end it with a sweep, as the Rebels still fighting for a postseason berth. They've had a great year. They're 33-14, but as there's a drive down the left field line, but currently right now just 4th in the Mountain West. Before that UNR series, UNLV had dropped 3 straight series and some games that UNLV should have won. They had a heartbreaker against Fresno State this Sunday game, a lead in the 7th inning, and then a home run gave the Bulldogs the win and the series. Series against San Jose State had a 12-inning game where UNLV had great opportunities, as that one hits the corner, strike 3, and that will end the inning. Another strikeout for Jenny Bressler. She has a 1-2-3 inning and 4 strikeouts overall through 2 innings. We go to the bottom of the second. 0-0 is the score here at Eller Media Stadium. Bottom of the second here at Eller Media Stadium. Game 1 of a 3-game series between UNLV and New Mexico. Wyatt Tomchek on the call. Thank you for joining us. As Denise Armendariz will be up to bat. The freshman trying to finish up her stat line. We tried to get it in the bottom of the first, but Raina Bondi was thrown out to end the inning. 27 hits and 84 plate appearances, 321 average overall, 5 home runs and 19 RBIs to go along with 5 doubles. And Armendariz has been getting a lot more playing time because she's been swinging the bat very well. This is now the 7th straight start she has had as the designated player for the Rebels, even though he is 5-1 in the previous 6 starts. She's hitting 9 for 18 during that stretch with 2 home runs, 3 doubles, and 6 RBIs as the first pitch was taken for a ball 1-0. You've got Armendariz, Trejo, and Diaz. UNLV, when they score first, it's important. They're 27-3 on the year as Armendariz sends a liner right to the left fielder, Wilbon, for out number 1. Good contact, but one of those right at him balls. And that'll bring up Mia Trejo. Trejo, the sophomore, batting .326 on the year, 44 hits and 135 plate appearances, 8 home runs and 41 RBIs to go along with her 5 doubles. Trejo was a first-team All-Mountain West last year. She's improved her numbers, but has seen the average dip as of lately as the off-speed pitch is in there for a strike 0-1. Trejo, the sophomore from Tucson, Arizona. She's just 4 for her last 29. She had been on a tear throughout this entire year, and teams are starting to figure out her a little bit as the count is 1-1. Still respectable average at .326, and her 41 RBIs, they're 7th best in the Mountain West. She also can get on base. She has drawn 32 walks on the year. That is first in the Mountain West. Spencer is set. Misses on the outside 2-1. And Trejo does have that respect by opposing pitchers. They really don't try to give her anything good to hit. But Trejo has a good eye as well. 18 strikeouts overall and 135 plate appearances as the 2-1. Trejo gets underneath this one. It's popped up, and it's going to be clamped down by Broderick for out number 2. And that's something that we saw a lot in the San Jose State series. A couple weeks ago, UNLV had a bunch of pop-ups, and we were kind of going back to, the missed opportunities for UNLV as Samantha Diaz will be up to bat. Diaz, a .314 average, 44 hits and 140 plate appearances, 28 RBIs, and 6 home runs. She's been really getting the power going from the bat as the first pitch was taken for a strike 0-1. But in the series against San Jose State, UNLV, a couple plays go their way. They probably have a sweep of the Spartans, who are currently second at 15-6 in the Mountain West. As Colorado State, they've already clinched at least a share as Diaz sends a high drive in the left field, but in play. Wilbon has it for out number 3, and it's a quick 1-2-3 inning for Kiana Spencer and the Lobos. To the top of the third we go here at Eller Media Stadium. Still waiting for our first run. 0-0 is the score. It'll be the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up for New Mexico here in the top of the third as some rain's starting to fall here. It's been drizzling probably about for a majority of the day. There's rain in the forecast today and tomorrow. As Jenny Bresser will head out for another inning of work. 4 strikeouts overall, and she'll throw the first pitch in there for a strike, 0-1. Casey Helene, the senior, batting .173. trying to get something going. Just one hit in the ballgame for both of these teams. It was an infield single as the next pitch hits the outside corner for a strike, 0-2. For Helene, 9 hits in 52 plate appearances and 4 RBIs. The 0-2, and Bressler gets that one to pop up into foul territory right in front of us, and a nice catch by one of the fans. Still 0-2. Mentioned the 8, 9, and 1 hitters. Jones on deck and Wilbon in the hole. UNLV, they'll have these 7, 8, 9 hitters due up in the bottom of the third. Bueno, Barker, and Vollmer as that one is fouled into the net. Count remain 0-2. Helene on the year 143 when leading off. Bressler's had her struggles against leadoff hitters. They're hitting 388 against her. Currently today 1 for 2. UNLV 0 for 6. They've had one base runner due to an error, as that one's a little dribbler to third. Barker has it. Throw over to first in time for out number 1. And that will bring up the first baseman, Taylor Jones, the sophomore, batting 138 on the year, 11 hits and 80 plate appearances, 1 home run and 4 RBIs, as both pitchers have really been breezing so far. Bressler, as mentioned, just 1 hit given up, as that one is going to be fouled into the streets, out of play. 0-1 is the count. Well, Bressler trying to improve on that great start she had on Sunday against UNR. UNLV finally able to come away with a Sunday victory. Took 2 out of 3 against the Wolfpack and ended a 3-game series losing streak, as there's a drive down the left field line. Count goes to 0-2. Bressler only gave up 2 runs in that ball game. They came off of one swing of the bat, a 2-run home run. UNLV, they dropped series to Fresno, Colorado State, and San Jose State, as that one is on the outside corner, strike 3. Bressler now with 5 strikeouts overall here in the third inning. We mentioned this is a New Mexico team that strikes out a lot, and they've been doing it a lot so far today. 5 Ks through 9 players, as Aaliyah Wilbon will be up to bat. Wilbon has the lone hit of the ball game, an infield single to short. Samantha Diaz made a diving attempt, kept the ball in the infield, but wasn't able to throw Wilbon out, as that one is fouled out of play. 0-1 is the count. Some of the numbers for New Mexico: their batting average is last in the Mount West. Their runs scored is currently 8th. Hits at 288 now are 9th. Runs batted in are 8th. They are 8th in doubles. So the offense just hasn't been there this year, and they strike out a lot, as that one is fouled back. They came in striking out now 379 times. The next closest was Utah State at 257. They don't really steal a lot of bases as well, just 10 stolen bases on the year in 13 tries. And they've grounded into 15 double plays. That is second most in the Mountain West. The 0-2 from Bressler's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Jenny Bressler's pitching a gem so far. She now has 6 strikeouts through 3 innings. To the bottom of the third we go. Can UNLV get some runs? It's a 0-0 ball game here at Eller Media Stadium. One of the three seniors being honored this weekend, Miranda Bueno, will lead it off for the Rebels, and Bueno will try to get the first hit for UNLV. She takes the first pitch for a ball, 1-0. Bueno, a 338 average, 44 hits, and 130 plate appearances, 3 home runs, and 20 RBIs. She's been a starter from day one in her UNLV career and has been just a solid player all 4 years, as that's going to be taken for a strike, 1-1. For Bueno in this series against UNR, she was productive, 3 for 9 with 3 RBIs, 44 hits overall for the senior from Whittier, California. And Bueno gets underneath this one, though, into foul territory. Is going to be clamped down by Salas for out number 1. Still, UNLV looking for their first hit of the ball game. They'll go up with Lauren Barker. Barker, a 178 average on the year, 18 hits and 101 plate appearances, 1 home run, and 10 RBIs. Barker is 0 for her last 9 and did not get a hit in the series against UNR. First pitch taken low for a ball, 1-0. Barker has played a significant amount of time this year, 47 starts. The big thing for her is probably, try to get that average up. Is right now at 178 as she sends that one. Nice play by the third baseman. Throw over to first in time, as that was a steal of a base hit by the third baseman, Salas, for out number 2. And Julia Vollmer is scheduled to come up, but Kylie Harrison will pitch hit for Vollmer. Vollmer's a below 100 hitter, and Kylie Harrison, one of the other 3 seniors in this UNLV roster. Abby Howard is the other, as Kylie Harrison will be up to bat. The lefty will try to get her first opportunity, or first hit of the ballgame for UNLV, and her first opportunity at the plate. Lauren Tixon is on deck for the Rebels, as the first pitch to Harrison is going to be taken high for a ball, 1-0. Kylie from Las Vegas, Nevada, came back to UNLV after transferring. The 1-0. And Harrison sends a chopper that will go foul. 1-1 is the count. We mentioned Tixon is on deck. Harrison, some of her numbers, 333 average, 25 hits and 75 plate appearances, 11 RBIs, to go along with 3 doubles and a triple. She's been fantastic with 2 outs this year, 375. Has been big in Mountain West play as well, as Harrison sends a pop-up that will go foul, and we're now 1-2 with 2 outs. Kiana Spencer and Jenny Bressler have been fantastic so far. Combined between the two, just 1 hit given up. Both teams have had 1 base runner. The 1-2. Harrison does not chase at the high pitch. Count goes even, 2-2. Due up in the top of the 4th for the Lobos will be the 2, 3, and 4 hitters, Towns, O'Grady, and Klitsky. They are combined 0 for 3, as Jenny Bressler has 6 strikeouts so far, as Harrison keeps that one alive and knocks it off the top of UNLV's dugout. Count still even, 2-2 with 2 outs. Harrison with a 393 on-base percentage, slugging at 400. Kiana Spencer trying to keep UNLV hitless. Throughout her first time seeing this entire lineup, as the 2-2 pitch. And Harrison sends that one high into the air into shallow left field. O'Grady will clamp it down in shallow left field for out number 3, and another 1-2-3 inning for New Mexico as we go to the top of the 4th. 0-0 is the score here at Alameda Stadium. 35 minutes of game time, and we're already into the top of the fourth. As the number 2 hitter for New Mexico will be up to bat. Jenny Bressler, who's been fantastic so far, almost hit her first batter. That one a little bit inside. 1-0 is the count to Sydney Towns. The senior's 0 for 1 on the day. She tried to lay down a bunt twice. She popped it up into foul territory off the net, and the next time she popped it up in play, Mia Trejo was able to clamp it down as there's a swing and a miss there. 1-1 is the count. As we mentioned, this is a great pitching duel right now between Kiana Spencer and Jenny Bressler. Only one hit combined between both these teams, and that came in the top of the first batter. As the pitch is now 2-1. But this is a important series for UNLV, and a series that the Rebels need to sweep the Lobos. They can't take just 2 out of 3. UNLV just clinging on to hopefully a postseason berth, as there's another swing and a miss, 2-2. Also mentioned Kylie Harrison is behind the plate. Last year, UNLV was in the NISC, I believe, if I'm going to get that right. It's kind of the version of the NIT for softball. They made the regional finals, as that one is on the outside 3-2. But obviously for UNLV, they want to be in the NCAA tournament. Got a good record at 33-14. That 11-9 conference record, they can get as high as 3rd. They have the advantage over Boise State. Boise State has a half-game lead, as that pitch is on the outside ball 4, and Bressler walks her first batter of the ball game. Just the 56th time Bressler has walked a batter on the year, and that will bring up O'Grady, who's 0 for 1 on the day. Well, going back to why Boise State has a half-game lead on UNLV, the Rebels had a series up in Utah State probably about mid-March. It was after the Boise State series, and UNLV had a couple games rained out. They were only able to get a doubleheader. That one's going to be sent past Barker down the left field line, and they're going to hold the runner at second. Town stays at second. O'Grady with the hit, as that one just popped over the head of Barker. That one went into no man's land. It's the second hit for the Lobos, and they've got something cooking here. 2 on, nobody out here in the top of the 4th inning, as Bailey Klitsky will be up to bat. She's 0 for 1. She is one of the 6 strikeout victims for Bressler. But to finish on, UNLV played a doubleheader on Saturday. Took one, lost one when the game tying run was thrown at the plate, and then the Sunday game was canceled, as that one is going to be taken for a ball 1-0, and that's why Boise State has a half-game lead for 3rd place. It's about the best UNLV can do, with San Jose State currently at 15-6, and Colorado State leading the way with a 3-game lead at 18-6, as that one is popped up foul. 1-1 is the count. Colorado State has clinched a share of the Mountain West title. So it's interesting, 4 years of college softball. It's been 4 different Mountain West champions. First year it was Fresno State. In 2016 and 2017 it was San Jose State. 2018 was Boise State. And this year Colorado State, momentarily, as there's a bunt attempt that is going to be hacked at for a strike. 1-2 is the count. Now, San Jose State could potentially get a share of the Mountain West championship. Obviously, the winner of the regular season gets the automatic bid. And Colorado State, they've been fantastic this year. Weren't even close to be projected to win it, as that one is popped up into foul territory. Going over is Barker, but it lands on top of the dugout of UNLV. Count is 1-2. Runner on second and first. A walk and a single, and there's a drive to left field, but right at Miranda Bueno. She has it. Runner does not attempt to tag, and that is a big out number 1 for Bressler here in the top of the 4th inning. And that will bring up Deandra DeFlora. DeFlora is 0 for 1 on the day. She popped up in a foul territory to Barker over at third. They're kind of going off the preseason poll for the Mountain West. Boise State, they were projected to finish first. They had 8 of the 9 first-place votes. That one is fouled back. Fresno State was projected to finish second. San Jose State was projected to finish third. UNLV 4th. San Diego State 5th. UNR 6th. Colorado State, they were projected to finish 7th, and they just dominated this year. I mean, they had a point where they were foul over 20-game winning streak as off-speed pitch got away from there by Bressler. Count goes to 2-1. New Mexico, they were projected to finish last. Utah State was projected to finish 8th. So the top two teams, everybody in the conference kind of got wrong. It's Boise State currently at 4th. Fresno State below UNLV right now is a swing and a miss on that one. 1-2 is the count. Towns at 2nd, O'Grady at 1st. 2 hits in the ballgame for New Mexico. UNLV has not been able to get a hit. They'll have the top of the lineup due up in the bottom half of this 4th inning. Tixon, Bondi, and Federi as that one is popped up, out of play, and right in front of us. Still 1-2, 1 out. Bressler looking for strikeout number 7. Between Towns and O'Grady, there's only been 1 stolen base between the two. That is Towns over at 2nd. O'Grady has not attempted one. For New Mexico, they don't try to run very often, as that one is rolled foul. Still 1-2. DeFlora, the senior from Fresno, Texas. She sends that one to short. Double play opportunity. Diaz steps on the back. Throw over to first in time. Samantha Diaz gets the force out at 2nd. Is able to throw to first. Took a little bit of a tumble on the throw, but she's able to get the double play, and UNLV gets out of the jam with runners on 2nd and 1st with nobody out. A line out and then a double play, and now UNLV will try to get its first run of the ball game in the bottom of the 4th. 0-0 is the score here at Eller Media Stadium. Lauren Tixon will lead it off for UNLV in the bottom of the 4th inning. Rebels looking for their first hit of the ballgame. They've had one base runner due to an error by the shortstop O'Grady, but that was Raina Bondi, but she was thrown out on a stolen base opportunity as Tixon showed bunt momentarily, but pulled it back and takes a strike. 0-1 is the count. Kiana Spencer has been fantastic so far. 3 innings of work, no hits, 1 strikeout. Tixon, a .435 hitter when leading off. She'll take the next pitch outside for a ball 1-1 above her .396 overall average. For Spencer, she has really struggled against leadoff hitters coming into this game. They're hitting .526 against her. Today she has retired the first 3 that she has faced, including Tixon. UNLV 0 for 9, 1-1. It is a chopper that's going to go foul. Count will go 1-2. Mentioned it'll be Tixon, Bondi, and Federi. New Mexico had the best scoring chance. They got runners on 2nd and 1st with nobody out, but a great double play by Samantha Diaz. Heads up to take the force out at 2nd. Then she has a great arm. Fired a fastball over to 1st to get the double play. Spencer set the 1-2. Tixon thought about going. Good take as the pitch was way high. 2-2 is the count. Tixon also has 4 triples on the year. That is tied for 3rd in the Mountain West. JUCO All-American as she sends that one just foul down the left field line. Trying to go opposite field and send it over the third baseman's head, but unable to. We'll do it all over again with the count 2-2 here in the bottom of the 4th inning. 0-0 of Game 1 of a 3-game series between UNLV and New Mexico. Dixon has a .455 on-base percentage. The 2-2. Yeah, she's going to send that one to left field, but right on a line to Wilbon. That is now twice in a row UNLV has done that. Or they've sent a liner, twice in this game, I should say, that they've sent a liner right to the left fielder. It's just a right at him ball. And that's 1 out, 10 up, 10 down for Kiana Spencer, as Raina Bondi will be up to bat. Bondi's 0 for 1 on the day. She reached on that error by the shortstop O'Grady, then was thrown out trying to steal second. First pitch is going to be taken for a strike, 0-1. Game 2 will be tomorrow at 4 o'clock, scheduled first pitch, and then Saturday, the finale of the 2019 regular season here at Eller Media Stadium, senior day, scheduled first pitch, 12 o'clock, as Bondi will send a little blooper down the right field line. It's going to go foul and away from everybody as Jones and Towns were coming after it. So was Helene. Count is 0-2, 1 out in the inning. Raina Bondi trying to get something going for UNLV. She's able to take the next pitch outside for a ball 1-2. It was a close pitch, but Spencer unable to get it. Justine Federi is on deck for the Rebels. She is 0 for 1. There's 2 hits in this ball game between both of these clubs, and both of them have been by New Mexico. Both singles. As the 1-2, Bondi's going to send that one to center field for a base hit. UNLV's first base hit of the ball game belongs to the junior, as she picks up hit number 50 on the year in 162 plate appearances. And with 1 out, Justine Federi, one of the best RBI getters on this team for UNLV, will have an opportunity here with runners on. So Spencer loses the no-hit bid after 3 1/3 innings. Check swing. Did she go around? Appeal, actually, yep. Home plate umpire is going to say Justine Federi went around. So the count is 0-1. 0-0 is the score with Raina Bondi over at first. Federi, the junior from Chula Vista, California. And she sends that one into left field off the glove of O'Grady as she made a valiant effort on the diving attempt. And back-to-back singles by UNLV. They've got their best opportunity to get some runs across the board. With runners on second and first, as Denise Armendariz will be up to bat, as we'll have a mound visit here for New Mexico. And Denise Armendariz will have an opportunity here with runners on second and first, as head coach Christy Fox will come over to talk to her freshman designated player. Also, big congratulations, Christy Fox, as head coach Christy Fox, as she was able to get career win number 200 as a head coach. Sunday's win against UNR. Coach Fox, 66-34 in her second year here at UNLV. She's been fantastic. UNLV has won 30 games back-to-back years for the first time since the 2009 and 2010 season. Armendariz opportunity here on the off-speed pitch. She'll take that one for a ball 1-0. For Armendariz, with runners on this year, 291, and with runners in scoring position, 256. That one is going to be taken low. 2-0 is the count. Spencer has more walks than strikeouts this year, as we mentioned. A lot of walks, 73 walks and 113 innings of work. Just 64 strikeouts. She hasn't walked a batter yet, but in danger here. The count is 2-0, and Armendariz sends a knuckler that's going to land for a land. It's going to be a base hit. Oh, I don't know about that one, as Spencer, boy, that was an awkward play, as Federi didn't know whether to go or not. She went late. The runners advanced to second and third, and Spencer fell down, or actually, I'm sorry, Jones, I believe, fell down, and she tapped the bag with her glove, but had the ball in her hand, and the umpire called Armendariz out. So an awkward sequence of play there. It just seemed Federi was kind of caught in no man's land, but does move the runners into scoring position for Mia Trejo, who's 0 for 1 on the day. And she fouls that one out of play. Now, Coach Christy Fox thought that Denise Armendariz was safe, but Jones over there at first was hitting the bag with her glove, then went with the ball just to make sure she got the out. And for the second time, Mia Trejo sends a pop-up into shallow right field, and it's going to be clamped down by Helene, and that will end the inning as UNLV strands 2 base runners in scoring position. We go to the top of the 5th. Still waiting for our first run of the ball game. 0-0 is the score here at LA Media Stadium. Top of the 5th here at Eller Media Stadium. 0-0 is the score as Jenny Bressler back out for another inning of work as Monica Salas will be up to bat. Salas 0 for 1 on the day. She was caught looking on strikes. One of the 6 strikeouts Bressler has been able to get today, and there's a swing and a miss. 0-1 is the count. Well, UNLV had their best opportunities to get some runs across the board there in the bottom of the 4th, much like New Mexico did in the top of the 4th. UNLV strands with runners on 2nd and 3rd as the 0-1 pitch is fouled back. Mia Trejo just hasn't been able to get out of that slump. She has now sent 2 pop-ups today, one into shallow right field and the other one into foul territory between home plate and first. So UNLV trying to get that timely hitting. They finally get on the board with hits as there's a drive down the left field line, still 0-2. Salas on the year when leading off, 312 hitter. Bressler today has given up 1 hit to a leadoff hitter, has walked another. Looking for the strikeout, the 0-2. Could not get her to chase. Count goes to 1-2. UNLV in the bottom half of this 5th inning will have the 6, 7, and 8 hitters due up, Diaz, Bueno, and Barker. The 1-2 from the freshman. Trying to hit on the outside, unable to. Still 2-2. Defensively for UNLV, it's been the same all game long, minus Kylie Harrison, who's been in the ball game now behind the plate for Julia Vollmer. Bueno in left, Tixon in center, Bondi in right, Barker at 3rd, Diaz at short, Federi at 2nd as there's another swing and a miss, strike 3. Jenny Bressler gets her 7th strikeout of the ball game. 1 out here in the top of the 5th inning. And I'll bring up the catcher, Sydney Broderick.
Number 5, Sydney Broderick.
Broderick is 0 for 1 on the day. She was caught looking on strikes in her first plate appearance. Off-speed pitch is taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Bressler set the 1-0, and that one's going to be sent into shallow. Well, I thought that was the wind was going to take it a little bit, but it died out right in the deep part of the infield over there at short as Samantha Diaz is able to clamp it down. Miranda Bueno came screaming in, caught the corner of my eye. I thought that ball was going to land in no man's land, but it just died out. As Casey Helene will be up to bat. Helene is 0 for 1 on the day. She grounded out to third in her first plate appearance as Bressler looking for a 1-2-3 inning after giving up a leadoff walk and a single in the top of the fourth. Was able to get a line out and a double play. 2 hits given up by the freshman from Canton, Michigan. As that one is going to be sent to right field. Reina Bondi goes over to her left. She has it for out number 3. A quick 1-2-3 inning for Jenny Bressler and UNLV. To the bottom of the 5th we go. 0-0 is the score here at Media Stadium. Samantha Diaz will lead off the bottom of the 5th here at Media Stadium as we're approaching nighttime here in Las Vegas, Nevada. It has been a quick-paced game. First pitch is on the outside for a strike, 0-1. Diaz is 0 for 1. She flew out to left on a line to Wilbon. The sophomore, 312 average. Has improved mightily as she sends a high drive that's going to die out midway into the outfield. Coming in is DeFlora for out number 1. The ball hung up in the air a long time. Wind kind of blowing in right now. I would say very faint. I don't think it have too much effect. But you do have some clouds rolling in. Seen some sprinkles, but so far the Mother Nature has been kind to us as Miranda Bueno will be up to bat. Bueno's 0 for 1 on the day. She popped up into foul territory and sends the first pitch, a chopper to second. Helene has it. She bobbled it. The throw to first, not in time as Jones was forced off the bag, and we'll see if that could be the second error of the ballgame for New Mexico, and it is. So O'Grady and Helene have errors in the ballgame. Second straight inning, UNLV has got a base runner on. Let's see if the Rebels can get some runs across the board here. Maybe some timely hitting. They'll have to go with Lauren Barker, who's 0 for 1 on the day. Barker takes the first pitch for a ball 1-0. Now, we mentioned with Barker, but the big thing for her, she's been really good defensively. Get the confidence at the plate. And we've seen, players under head coach Christy Fox seen big jumps at the plate this year, and batting average seemed to go skyrocket as that one's going to go off the glove of the pitcher. Bueno safe at second. The throw to first gets away. It's a terrible throw by O'Grady. Bueno is going to come home. The throw, no throw as it went into the dugout. They're going to hold time, and we'll see if Bueno is going to be able to score. I think they're going to put her back at third. Barker is over at second as it was a awful throw by O'Grady because it went off the glove of Spencer, and O'Grady just desperation throw, and she didn't even come close to hitting first. So they're going to give Barker the hit. That'll be the first hit of the ballgame for the third baseman. And Miranda Bueno scores on the air as she kept chugging around third base. And UNLV gets the first run of the ballgame off of an error. the third error of the ballgame for New Mexico, second in this inning. And what a way to get your first run of the ballgame for UNLV. They were able to break Kiana Spencer here in the bottom of the fifth inning. So Barker's over at second. Kylie Harrison will be up to bat. One out in the inning. Two errors. One by Helene, the other one by O'Grady. O'Grady now has two errors in the ballgame as Harrison sends that one foul and out of play. 0-1 is the count. Lobos, they'll send the 9-1 and 2 hitters due up in the top of the sixth inning. Jones, Wilbon, and Towns. And Harrison's going to send that one to left field. Another line drive that goes to the left fielder, Wilbon. That is 3 times UNLV has done that. Good contact, but right at the defending player. And that will be the second out with Barker still over at second. And that will bring up Lauren Tixon. Tixon's 0 for 2 on the day. Would love to get a base hit and kind of pad this lead for UNLV, but the way Jenny Bressler's going, one run might just be enough as the first pitch is going to be taken on the outside for a ball 1-0. UNLV 3 for 18 overall, now 2 for 6 with runners on, and 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. They're 0 for 3 with 2 outs as well, as the 1-0. And there's a high drive into center field, but it will die out. DeFlora has it for out number 3, and that will end the inning. But 2 errors in the inning by New Mexico gives UNLV its first run of the ball game as Miranda Bueno comes around to score. To the top of the 6th we go. UNLV on top, 1-0 here at Eller Media Stadium. Top of the 6th of a pitcher's duel here at Eller Media Stadium between UNLV and New Mexico. Wyatt Tomczyk on the call. Thank you for joining us on your Thursday night, wherever you are watching. Here in Las Vegas, Nevada, a cloudy, chilly May night. As the first baseman, Taylor Jones, will be up to bat. Jones is 0 for 1 on the day. She was caught looking on strikes in her first plate appearance. First pitch way outside for a ball 1-0 as UNLV finally got its first run of the ball game. Thanks to a couple errors defensively, and one that O'Grady, it was a surprise that she really made an attempt to throw it over at first, as that one is going to be fouled back. Count is 1-1. But it was interesting. It went off the glove of Spencer in the circle by Lauren Barker, and it kind of died out. I thought Barker was going to be able to beat it out. If you're O'Grady, just eat that ball. You got runners on second and first with 1 out, as that pitch is going to be taken high, 2-1. But you try to make an off-balance throw. It wasn't even close to Jones at first. Went into the dugout, and that cost New Mexico its first run of the ball game. As Spencer had been pitching really well, but her defense hasn't been helping her out. As there's a high drive into center field, it is well hit back at the wall, and it goes off the glove of Tixon. Oh, she is frustrated as Jones gets a solo shot to center field, and just like that, we are tied 1-1 here in the top of the 6th inning. That is the second home run on the year by Jones, as that ball carried. Tixon had an opportunity there, and I think it just bounced off her glove. You could see, I don't know if you could see in the view there, but her frustration, she took the glove off. Could have potentially had a spectacular play, but In a blink of an eye, just as quickly as UNLV took the lead, New Mexico answers right back as now Jenny Bressler, she has given up 5 home runs in the last 3 starts, as that one is going to be sent foul. 5 of her 11 home runs she's given up have come in those last 3 starts. As back to the top of the lineup for the Lobos, Aaliyah Wilbon will be up to bat. Wilbon is 1 for 2 on the day. A single in her first plate appearance, then struck out in her second. As the first extra base hit for both teams, as they are now equal in the hit department and the run department. Only difference, 3 errors for New Mexico, UNLV none. That's a UNLV team that just has 29 errors, fewest in the Mountain West, and their fielding percentage at .979, and that is best in the Mountain West. That one misses. Ooh, looked like a good pitch there, but it goes to 2-1. Towns on deck. UNLV, they'll have the 2, 3, and 4 hitters due up. Bondi, Federe, and Armendariz. The Rebels, they're 0 for 4 today with runners in scoring position. They left Barker over at second. They stranded runners on second and third in the 4th inning. As count still 2-2. Bressler adding another 5 innings on the year. 175 innings pitched. That leads the Mountain West as there's a chopper to second. Federi gets it on the hop, throws it over to first in time. Good bounce back there by Bressler. As she gets out number 1 after giving up the leadoff home run. And that will bring up Sydney Towns. Towns is 0 for 1 on the day. She popped up to Mia Trail on a bunt attempt and was able to draw a walk. The lone walk Bressler has given up in this ball game. And big swing and a miss there. She just blows it right by the right fielder for New Mexico. 0-1 is the count. The 0-1 from Bressler is going to be popped up foul and right off the speakers, then goes right into the glove of Kylie Harrison, just like they drew it up. Count goes 0-2. Bressler 1 strike away from her 8th strikeout of the ball game. Right now 144 is that one trying to get Towns to chase, unable to. We go to 1-2. 1-1 is the score here in the top of the 6th between New Mexico and UNLV. Lobos trying to end a 9-game losing streak. UNLV trying to keep up its good run after taking 2 out of 3 against UNR. Another swing and a miss, strike 3. Bressler now has 8 strikeouts in the ballgame. 2 outs here in the top of the 6th. And with that strikeout, that ties a career high for Bressler, who's been fantastic today. As Cameron O'Grady will be up to bat. O'Grady is 1 for 2 on the day, and the first pitch is going to be taken high for a ball, 1-0. But unfortunately for Bressler, he was just one bad pitch, if you could say. And that came early on in this inning with a home run. That one right down the middle for a strike, 1-1. Eight strikeouts for Bressler. Off-speed pitch. Beautifully placed. She's looking for her 9th as the count is 1-2. We mentioned this New Mexico Lobo team, they strike out a lot more than the next closest team. And they've shown it today. Bressler is at 8 strikeouts as the 1-2 pitch. Taken high, 2-2. As we mentioned, Bondi, Federi, and Armendariz will be due up. Bondi and Federi have 2 of the 3 hits for UNLV. Both of them have been singles. 2-2. Taken low. And O'Grady has been able to fight back, make the count full 3-2. The shortstop batting .333 with 2 outs this year. Bressler, she's been hit by opponents .285 average. And that one is going to be popped up into foul territory. Miranda Bueno giving chase, so is Barker, but it's going to land out of play. And foul. Count remained full still with 2 outs here in the top of the 6th of a 1-1 tie. The payoff pitch is taken low, ball four. Good at bat by O'Grady as she's able to draw the second walk by Jenny Bressler in this game and keeps the inning alive for the designated player for New Mexico, as Bailey Klitsky will be up to bat. Klitsky is 0 for 2. She is one of the 8 victims on the strikeout today and has also flown out to left. First 4 batters in this lineup for New Mexico, they're all lefties. Then 5 through 9 righties. As there's a drive to center field. It's well hit, but Tixon is able to get it as that one dies out at the warning track to end the inning. Loud contact by Klitsky, but just couldn't get enough on that. But New Mexico does tie the ball game up on a solo home run by Jones to center field. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 1-1 is the score here at Alameda Stadium. Reina Bondi will lead it off for the Rebels here in the bottom of the 6th inning at Alameda Stadium. As UNLV will try to retake the lead here. Kiana Spencer still out there. She's been fantastic. As the first pitch is going to be taken low for a ball, 1-0. Bondi is 1 for 2 on the day. She's reached base in both plate appearances. Reached on an error, then a single. A single came in the 4th inning. Was the first hit for UNLV, the 1-0. Bondi will take that one for a strike, 1-1. For Spencer, 5 innings of work. She's given up 3 hits, 1 run. None of them have been earned with 1 strikeout. 3 errors committed defensively by the Lobos have cost 1 run in this ball game. O'Grady with 2, Helene with 1, as Bondi gets underneath that one and sends it back foul, count 1-2. Bondi, Federi, and Armendariz due up. Armendariz is 0 for 2. Federi is 1 for 2. UNLV 3 for 19 overall as a team, 158 average at 2 for 7 with runners on. Off-speed pitch good take by Bondi, 2-2. UNLV 0 for 4 today with runners in scoring position. Have had some opportunities, not a lot, but just haven't been able to get the timely hitting. The 2-2, and Bondi will send a chopper to short. O'Grady has it. The throw over to first in time as she's able to rebound. She had a throwing error with Bondi in the first inning, but was able to come back and throw Bondi out on the chopper, and that'll bring up Justine Federi. Federi, as we mentioned, is 1 for 2 on the day. She struck out in her first plate appearance. The only strikeout for Spencer, and then a single in her last plate appearance. First pitch hits there for a strike, 0-1. I mentioned Armendariz on deck for the Rebels, and if Federi or Armendariz can keep this inning alive, Mia Trejo will be due up for the Rebels. As the 0-1. And Federi's going to send that one over the glove of the second baseman into right field for a base hit. And Justine Federi has a multi-hit game. She's now 2 for 3 on the day. Gives UNLV its 4th hit of the ball game for Denise Armendariz. The designated player for UNLV, she's 0 for 2 on the day. She lined out to left and then grounded out to first. It was a 3 unassisted. It was an awkward-looking play by Jones as she fumbled the ball on a kind of a knuckler pop-up by Armendariz, was able to slap the bag in time for the out. And Armendariz will foul this one back, count 0-1. In the top of the 7th for the Lobos, they'll have the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up, as they were able to tie this game up with a solo shot to center field that went off the glove of Tixon as she reached over the wall. And Armendariz gets underneath this one to right field. It's well hit, and it's going to go over the wall. I know we've got a discombobulation here. Base running, Justine Federi, the second time she has misplayed a ball as that went over the right fielder's head, Towns. And I thought Federi saw the ball go down, but she thought Towns caught it. She went running back over to first. Armendariz was chugging over to second. They had to advance back. So a missed opportunity there for UNLV. That should be runners on second and third with one out. Instead, it's a long single for Armendariz, her first hit of the ball game. And Mia Trejo will be up to bat. It's the second time Federi has had some kind of hesitation on some runs. First one was a little bit, you can understand. It was a knuckler by Armendariz that just landed in front of Jones, but Federi was kind of late going to second. She was safe, and then here, didn't see the ball land over. And so Mia Trejo will be up to bat, and Trejo, who's been in a slump as of lately, would love to get out of it here with an RBI hit. Trejo now 4 for her last 31. She has popped up in the foul territory and to second. As UNLV's 0 for 4 today with runners in scoring position. First pitch is on the outside for a ball, 1-0. As Spencer, she hasn't walked anybody so far today. 5 hits today for UNLV. All of them have been singles. It was decent play by Towns, as the ball was, it really carried off the bat by Armendariz, as Trejo will send that one down the right field line, but it will go foul. 1-1 is the count. Federi is 7 for 7 on stolen base opportunities over there at second. Armendariz has not attempted a stolen base on the year. This count is 1-1. And Trejo gets good contact on that one, but she sent it foul down the left field line. Count goes to 1-2. Samantha Diaz is on deck for the Rebels if Trejo keeps this inning alive. It doesn't ground into a double play. Spencer set, looking for a second strikeout, but not even close on the pitch. Way outside, and 2-2 is the count now. UNLV today with runners on, 3 for 8. As Spencer is set, the pitch, and Trejo gets underneath this one, and we'll do it all over again. Good battle here for Mia Trejo. We've seen that average fall down to 321. Still has a great on-base percentage of 451. With runners on this year, she's a 346 hitter, and with runners in scoring position, 370. The 2-2 pitch, and Trejo cuts that one back foul yet again. So Federi at second, Armendariz at first. UNLV scored a run in the bottom of the 5th off of a throwing error by the shortstop O'Grady. And then Jones was able to lead off the top of the 6th with a solo shot to center field. Just got over the wall as Trejo, good eye on the off-speed pitch by Spencer that went low and in the dirt. Kiana Spencer has gotten that ERA down to 6.55. 6-16 is her record this year. As the payoff pitch to Mia Trejo, and Trejo sends a high drive into right field. It's not very deep, but Federi is tagging. Long throw is going to be cut off, and Trejo does move Federi over to third. It is clamped down by Towns over there at right. But we'll have to take a 2-out hit here by Samantha Diaz to get UNLV back in front. They're 0 for 4 today with 2 outs. Diaz is 0 for 2 on the day. She's flown out to left and has flown out to center. Diaz just 231 with runners in scoring position this year, but with 2 outs, 354. And she gets underneath that one, foul out of play. As the count is 0-1. Miranda Bueno on deck for the Rebels if Diaz can keep this inning alive. The 0-1 is going to be taken low. 1-1 is the count. Tip of the cap to both of these pitchers today. They've been fantastic so far. 2 runs, 8 hits between both of these teams. A 1-1. And Diaz is going to send that one to center field. A diving attempt, and it's off the glove of DeFlora. They're going to hold the runner at third. Samantha Diaz comes up with a big 2-out hit, the first 2-out hit for UNLV, and is a single to center field. RBI number 29 on the year for the shortstop.
Now batting the left fielder, number 55, Miranda Bueno.
DeFlora over there in center made a valiant effort trying to keep this ball game tied. She was unable to, and Diaz comes up with the RBI single. Armendariz was able to hustle away on over to third, and UNLV retakes the lead. Is 2-1 here in the bottom of the 6th for Miranda Bueno. And Bueno, she's 388 with runners in scoring position this year. She sends the first pitch foul down the right field line. A diving attempt by Towns is unable to get it. 0-1 is the count. Bueno's 0 for 2 on the day. She's reached on an error in her last plate appearance. Later came around to score the first run of the ball game for UNLV. Mentioned 388 with runners in scoring position with 2 outs, 306. On her senior weekend, one of the 3 seniors being honored here at Eller Media Stadium this weekend, Bueno cuts that one back foul, and the count is 0-2. (0-2) is the count. 2 outs. Armendariz at third. Diaz at first. UNLV on top, 2-1. The pitch. And Bueno's able to stay alive with that one. She fouled it into the streets. We mentioned it'll be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters due up for New Mexico. DeFlora, Salas, and Broderick, as that one's going to be taken low, 1 and 2. They are combined 0 for 6. Diaz trying to give Jenny Bressler some insurance runs here. Or Bueno, sorry, as the pitch is going to be taken high, 2 and 2. Barker on deck for the Rebels if Bueno can keep this inning alive. She's 1 for 2 on the day. UNLV 6 hits overall. All of them have been singles. And Bueno is able to stay alive. Good at bat here by the senior. It's very hard to strike out Miranda Bueno. She has struck out just 6 times in 132 plate appearances this year. She's drawn 9 walks, 44 hits, 8 doubles, and 3 home runs. As the 2-2 pitch from Spencer, and Bueno sends a knuckler to third, but I thought they were going to call it. It looked like it landed foul before it squirted on over into fair territory. So we'll do it all over again. Runners on the corners. 2 outs. 2-2 pitch. And Bueno, another foul ball. She is making Kiana Spencer work in this one. Samantha Diaz with a single to center field, giving UNLV the go-ahead run right now, up 2-1. They will love another one here, the 2-2 pitch. And Bueno will send this one to second. Throw to first is in time. Helene is able to throw out Bueno, and that will end the inning. But UNLV does get one across the board, and they take the lead as we go to the top of the seventh here at Eller Media Stadium. Rebels on top, 2-1. To the top of the seventh we go here at Eller Media Stadium. Last chance for New Mexico as Jenny Bressler looking for the complete game victory and trying to improve to 22-5 on the year as Deandra DeFlora will be up to bat. The senior's 0 for 2 on the day. She has popped up in a foul territory and is grounded into a double play. It's the 5, 6, and 7 hitters for the Lobos as the first pitch is going to be taken for a strike, 0-1. Bressler so far, 6 innings, 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 2 walks, and 8 strikeouts. One of her 3 hits was a solo home run in the 6th inning by Jones that tied the ball game up at the moment before UNLV was able to retake the lead as the count now 0-2. Bressler with back-to-back impressive starts. Trying to go 14 innings and giving up only 3 runs against UNR and New Mexico as she tried to get the Florida to chase. Unable to. 1-2 is the count. If UNLV can win this one today, they will improve on their win total from last year. The 1-2 pitch swung on a miss, strike 3. That is a season high for Bressler. She now has 9 strikeouts for out number 1. Jenny has been fantastic so far today. Salas will be up to bat. The third baseman is 0 for 2 on the day. She has struck out in both plate appearances, trying to avoid the hat trick. And Bressler fires a quick fastball in there for a strike, 0-1. This game's been pretty quick. Took about 35 minutes to get into the 4th inning. Right now, about an hour and 30 minutes here in the top of the 7th as that one is fouled back, 0-2. Bressler, 1 strike away from getting 10 on the day. Well, Salas doesn't want to go down for the 3rd time as well, so we'll see what she can do here. The 0-2 pitch, off speed. Couldn't get Salas to chase, and the count goes to 1-2. As looked like it was going to rain for a good portion of this game, and it has stayed relatively dry. The 0-2, or 1-2, sorry, and that one is going to be taken high. 2-2 is the count. Broderick is on deck. That one outside. Bressler trying to get Salas to chase, but is unable to, and now in danger of walking the tying run. Bressler's had 2 walks in this ball game. The payoff pitch is popped up, and it will land right in front of us. Count remained full, still 3-2. 3-2 is the count. 1 out. 2-1. UNLV on top. Brests are trying to put away Monica Salas. Salas has been able to fight back here. And Bressler lost her. That's the third walk of the ball game as Jenny Bressler had it 0-2 and unable to put away Salas. And we're going to have a pitch hitter here for the Lobos. It looks like number 12, Darren Haslam, a freshman from Cedar Park, Texas, will be in the batter's box for the Lobos, and she is the potential go-ahead run. Haslam will pitch hit for Broderick. So we've seen for Bressler this year, they had some rough patches on the year, and some of the rough patches have come in the 7th inning. She had two games against SDSU. She gave up a grand slam. UNLV was still able to win 5-4. She gave up 3 runs in the Sunday game. That the game went into 17 innings, as the first pitch is going to be taken low for a ball 1-0. As Haslam with a .218 average overall in the year, 12 hits and 55 plate appearances. Then we also saw against Fresno State, she gave up the go-ahead home run, and what UNLV could have potentially won this series. They were down to their final out, were the Bulldogs. The count is 2-0. Helene on deck as the 2-0 is going to be taken on the outside for a strike, 2-1. Lobos have just been able to get 3 hits so far in this ball game. They're 3 for 21 overall as a team, 1 for 7 with runners on. 2-1 is in there for a strike, 2-2. So Bressler's been able to fight back to even up the count. Besides the home run, the farthest a base runner has gotten for the Lobos has been to second base. They're 0 for 2 today with runners in scoring position, as that one is a knuckler that just gets over the outstretched arm of Barker over there at third. She can't come up with it, and we'll do it all over again. Count 2-2 with 1 out and a runner on first. Well, if New Mexico can tie or take the lead, in the bottom of the 7th, UNLV will send the 8, 9, and 1 hitters due up, Barker, Harrison, and Tixon. UNLV trying to pick up its 34th win on the year. The 2-2 pitch is on the outside corner, strike 3. Bressler got her looking, and that's now 10 on the day for the freshman. And New Mexico down to its final out of the ball game. As Casey Helene will be up to bat. Helene is 0 for 2 on the day. She grounded out to third and then is flown out to right. And she sends the first pitch, a chopper down the third baseline foul, and count will be 0-1. A beautiful pitch by Bressler, is able to get now 10 strikeouts in the ball game. I mean, it's a perfect recipe. You've got a team that has struck out the most in the Mountain West this year against the pitcher who has struck out the most batters this year. Bressler now 3 strikeouts away from 150 on the year, as the 0-1 pitch is going to be taken low for a ball, 1-1. Jones is on deck. She had that solo home run in the top of the 6th, so Bressler would love to get Helene out and not give Jones an opportunity here with runners on. The 1-1 is slapped foul into the tree, 1-2, as Helene was well out in front of that one. Good contact, but just too excited on that swing attempt. And New Mexico down to its final strike of the ball game. The 1-2 is swung on a miss, strike 3. They'll tag the runner out, and Bressler has 11 strikeouts in the ball game, and that does it here at Eller Media Stadium. What a pitching performance by the freshman from Canton, Michigan, Jenny Bressler. Unbelievable performance as she improves now to 22-5 on the year. And UNLV 34-14 overall, 12-9, In conference play, well, New Mexico, their losing streak falls now to 10 as they fall to 12 and 39, 3 and 19 in conference play. Jenny Bressler was fantastic as UNLV improves on their win total from last year as they continue to see improvement under second-year head coach Christy Fox. But for Bressler, 7 innings of work. She gave up 3 hits, 1 run, 1 earned, 3 walks, and 11 strikeouts. She faced 26 batters, gave up 1 home run. She was able to get 6 flyouts, 3 groundouts. For New Mexico, their losing pitcher today is Kiana Spencer. Spencer, 6 innings of work. She gave up 6 hits, 2 runs. 1 of them were earned, 1 strikeout. She faced 25 batters, got 11 flyouts, 5 groundouts, and unfortunately for Spencer, she pitched a really good game, but just couldn't get the run support, and defensively it was a little shaky as well for the Lobos as they committed 3 errors that led to the first run for UNLV. Jones had the solo home run, the lone run for the Lobos. For UNLV, their lone RBI getter was Samantha Diaz, a big 2-out hit in the bottom of the 6th inning, a single to center field, and she was able to get the go-ahead run to score, and that's all UNLV needed as they win it 2-1 and improve to 34 and 14 on the year, 12-9 in conference play. Game 2 will be tomorrow. 4 o'clock, first pitch is scheduled. We'll have the call on the same link that you followed us here today, and we thank you for watching here on our YouTube channel here for UNLV Athletics. We greatly appreciate the support, and we will see you tomorrow as UNLV is victorious 2-1.